Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at Omega Red. I have him as a 4-star, I got him in the arena twice, so we'll take a look at his synergies. I don't have him as a 550 yet, but I am going to take him up there. His synergies are actually pretty good. This first synergy with Wolverine, I used to use Wolverine all the time in Alliance Quest. The only reason I switched out from Wolverine was because I had the 4-star Trinity, Blade, Ghost Rider, and Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. And that Trinity seems to take care of my path very well. But I would consider swapping out and bringing back my Wolverine along with Omega Red and maybe one other. Possibly even a Sabretooth. But you can see here it makes Wolverine's bleeds even stronger. That is one of the downsides to Wolverine, is that his damage isn't quite up there. So this is actually making him more powerful, and he still has that crazy regen. I am very interested in that synergy. And we've got this synergy here for the assassins. Now, of course, Deadpool, X-Force, not interested in using him, but Sabretooth, that could be an option. That's a very, very interesting synergy there as well. And we have the Seeing Red. I probably won't bring in Red Skull for anything, but Red Hulk, on the other hand, he just got buffed. That also is a very good synergy there. You can see that. And finally, Deadly Presence. And we've got a synergy here with both Mephisto and Void, and it makes him do more damage. I like that. So I already love Void. If you've seen my other videos, you can see what a 4-star Void can do. I brought him into Labyrinth of Legends and he took out X-23 for me. And I've also brought him into War a couple of times when there was a need. So I'm seeing good synergies, and I see good champions that I wouldn't mind using. So like Omega Red, Wolverine, and either Sabretooth, Red Hulk, or Void, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. So I like his synergies a lot. Alright, let's take a look here at his abilities. Now, his signature ability, these death spores are something else, very interesting. All you need to know, you can read there, but they do more damage. So the way you want to play Omega Red, from what I've seen and read, is very aggressive. You want to stay in their face, which is how I tend to fight anyway, and that'll get those spores on them, so they'll be taking constant damage. If they want to sit there turtle in the corner and not attack and just block, they'll still be taking damage. From what I understand, I don't think anyone is immune to it, but don't quote me on that. Alright, so you see here, he's immune to poison, and he reduces the damage of bleeds by 90%. That is powerful. If you like to run suicides, he is an awesome champ for that. Not only that, but we'll find out a little bit later, but when he bleeds, he activates this death field, and that does trigger on the bleed from Double Edge. So that's something to keep in mind there. Alright, and you see his tentacles. Every time he hits with one of those, 100% damage inflicted by enemy abilities that deal passive damage when they are struck. That means he is a very good counter for people like Korg or Electro. Very nice to keep in mind there if you need a solution for those guys. No more just having to use Black Widow which you probably wouldn't want to do anyway since they nerfed her as well. Alright, and you can see here, basically, when he's near his opponent, he puts those death spores, lowers their armor rating, which means you're going to do more damage when you hit them, the more spores they have on there. If they purify debuffs, every time they get a spore on them, it makes it more difficult for them to purify. Alright, and this last one there, you don't want to take them up against robots if you can help it, because the spores are inflicted 4 times slower. So if you're facing Omega Red, you want to use a robot. And here's that death field that I was talking about while he's bleeding, so it doesn't matter how he came to be in that state. If he has double edge, he's bleeding, he's going to emit that death field. And you can see what the death field does here. On nearby opponents, notice it's nearby, so that means you want to be in their face. It starts to degen them, dealing damage, and I'm sure that increases as his signature level increases. The more spores are on them, and it cannot be affected by ability accuracy reduction. That is powerful. While the death field is active, the limit is increased to 30. So that means you're going to be putting more spores on them, dealing even more damage. That is powerful. You can see why you might want to run suicides with this guy. You get that double edge right off from the start, and if you can just stay in their face, you're going to do a lot of damage before that runs out. Alright, and I'm not going to go into each one of these. You can see the heavy attack. That heavy attack looks vicious, I'll tell you that. Alright, and you can see here what his specials do as well. That special one, lifesteal, very nice. Wolverine, this seems to be a better Wolverine because you have more control. Now in the past I haven't liked regen where you actually have to actively do something. Alright, but I've gotten a little bit better and I like the control. It's sort of like folks who drive stick versus automatic, and I don't know how to drive a manual, so but I love automatic, so everything's done for me. But I've talked to my friends who drive a manual and they swear by it. They love the control that you have. Well, same thing here. I love the automatic regen of Wolverine, but I transferred over to Ghost Rider for that extra control. So I'm liking Omega Red and what I'm seeing here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of gameplay, and I'm not running suicides right now, but we're going to play around. We're going to see his specials, and then we're going to do a series of duels. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to our favorite punching bag here. And I'm going to more than likely just go right on in here with a mutant crit team. Although actually I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of his synergies so we can see that. So I've got the Wolverine there. This synergy here, let's see, faster, so let's try that one. And I also have Red Hulk, so let's try that one. And you can see what that one does there. So every time I parry, I can inflict a death spore, so I do parry a lot. And of course we're going to bring in Void. So instead of a mutant crit team, we're going to go with that team. And we're gonna see how well this works. And maybe later I will run Suicides. Now keep in mind that this Omega Red is only a 440. I normally wait until I have him at least at 550. Alright, you see that spore already on him? Alright. See some spores doing their work. Alright. I'm going to build up to a special 3 first. But he's doing some respectable damage. Keep in mind that he is a 440. Look at his health. Oh, I like Omega Red. And this is a 440. Definitely like an Omega Red. Alright, let's do a special 1. That lifesteal. Alright, and let's do a special 2. Got that death field. A little heavy attack. Of course, he does his special to keep me away. Those death spores. And I believe his special 3, depending on how many death spores you have on him, determines how much health you regen. So we've got 24 on us. Look at that health, guys. That's all I want y'all to see. Just look at the health. I mean, wow. I want this guy as a 5-star so bad. Activate that death field. Stay in his face. I mean, look at the damage. I am very impressed. This is nuts. Yeah, I got those 30 death spores on him. Pushes me away with his special, but I'm right back in his face. And I'm about to heal right on back up. Alright, so we're down 81%. We lost a lot of the spores though. Let's see how much he heals up. So from 76%. Had what, 11 spores on him? Okay, up to 90%. That is not bad at all. Obviously, I'm not playing too conservatively, but look at the power. And he's a 440. See how much health he gets from this. I can only imagine what he's like as a 5-star. But me like, I will definitely be ranking this guy up. My timing is off because while I'm recording it, I forgot to mute the sound, and the sound is a little off, so it's messing with me. It's just slightly off too. Okay, 29 spores. Fire off that L3, get that healing. Wow. Yeah. I would count this guy as a better version of Wolverine. That healing is very nice. I knew he could heal, but I didn't know he could heal. And it's not that hard to do. See, I got like 10 spores on me. Fire off that L3, get the healing. So what it looks like to me, a good rotation. Ooh, wasn't paying attention, but I got that healing, so it didn't really do much of anything. But what it looks like to me, a good rotation would be is to fire off the L2 like that. So now I have a higher cap on the spores, so it'll go up to 30. Then let's see, fire off that L1. That's some nice health there. That looks like a pretty decent rotation. Fire off that special 2, build up the spores. Fire off the L1 and get the healing. Wow, back to full. I hope you guys are seeing this. Wow. I'm not even worried about his the little chip damage he does on his L2. I wasn't diving in there because he was waiting for me. Yeah, I knew he was waiting for me. Yeah, that was a good tactic on his part. I wasn't able to stay too close because he was ready to do some shenanigans. But that's okay. Get that L2 off. Death field. Come on. There we go. Build up those spores. Fire off that L1. Get that healing. That is nice. Definitely liking this. Oh yeah, I saw Unblockable. I remember reading that some of his tentacle attacks have a chance to be unblockable. Okay, let's fire off that L2. See, he's a little bit annoying because he will fire that L2 off, which puts you at a distance from him, so you're not able to build up the spores the way that you might want. Okay, we got 15. Fire off that L3. That's a lot of damage too, as well as the lifesteal. His L3 is definitely legit. I must say, guys, I am definitely impressed with Omega Red. And again, keep in mind, this is a 440 champion, not even a 550. That is some impressive play for Omega Red. He is definitely a 4-star worth ranking up. If you have the 5-star, definitely worth ranking up. Now, of course, this is a 440, so his hits are going to be high. I don't know how it will be as a 5-star ranked up, but I like him. I like him a lot. Alright, so we're going to end the video with a few duels. So, enjoy.
Okay. You've made a mistake saying I cannot run this race. It's playtime, I'm gonna crush your face. This is not a phase. Hey guys, I know you feel that bass. Roll with that until you see my face. Rising from a thick layer of fog at midnight. There's a time and a place to kill it. I spill it, leak documents from a flaming tongue. Rappers acting so saintly when not long ago you were baking, cuz. And now they catch the aroma. Wonder what the kid is baking up. Add a little secret ingredient they're needing is something for waking up. My flow was caffeine and I'm the black king of spades. Among smaller cards and that scream you hear is mad heat. I am the daddy of cracking the bones of the flashiest chic. No f***s given as I grow up in a robust prison. Everything I think I need is already given. For some reason I am hardly living. Physical needs are what can't be controlled. Give a kid candy, take away his soul. Can't tell the difference between hot and cold. My senses are dimmed and I'm sold. But as the credits start to roll, I wake up and I
Flawless victory.
People around me are swarming like they just saw something that's dooming. Now they're telling me that I miss a lot and I gotta go back and see it. Yet everyone who was watching came at that with a crooked demeanor. These subtleties and half-truths are running my country at large. Shipping this garbage by every ocean. I'm about to sink the barge. Health, war, famine, and money. Get rid of those and we have no country. What happened to thinking people love me? These relationships feel so ugly. It's like we're speaking on the surface, but something sounds scripted about all the verbiage. Like everything we think came from another person and we didn't take time to think if it's worth it. To act as a service to only a few human perspectives. Now we got humanity's section by politics, culture, religion, perspective. None of us have accurate depth perception. It's been messed with and I feel headless. No wonder I'm trying to convert that dude in the uniform to a dead bitch. Get this, my head is full of death cause it's a dead ship full of phantoms and redness on the walls from bloodshedden. No angels left in heaven and in turn I'm the one they sent in. Close your eyes and get in. This is one hell of a head trip. Most isolated, now watch that echo. I'm isolated everywhere like presto. I don't really know how to keep a friend. Something that they don't get though. And that sparks like Roscoe. Now I'm f***ing with all your heads, yo. Through the scope rooftop and I'm bent low. Between heaven and ghetto. It appears that I'm on top now. Figured out there's layers to this. Apply to the cycle now I can keep riding vibrant flyness when I pipe these hits. And I like this shit. Feels good expelling this energy. Anyone who comes that way looking for trouble is immediately gonna be sent to me. Something like a silent undertaker. I don't really need to do too much. Just sit here with the mirror to your face till you either decide to wake up or lose touch. I didn't come to make the choice for you. Off if you choose not to make it. Excuse my hatred, I try not to say this. Just leave it for now and then use it verbatim. Try mates tell me stay up. I extend the same love to the same ones. When a world made us filled with fake ones, settled in lakefronts trying to shake up the whole scene. They lean on the things from the beams of the TV screens, latching on every single get-rich scheme. That's not the dream and they're taking yours free. Hey Spike, why the f you gotta go there? We bump your music when we're drinking and we kick it. Friends and family, drinking liquor, good spirits. A lot of people I know don't wanna hear this. You're really asking for it, sonny. I really don't wanna do it. You insist on doubting everything I say and challenging the movement. When the troops are called in, I was going easy on them, now I'm all in. Think you're strong enough? Then take us all then. Put a mask over the Sultan. Somewhere dark we assault him. Kill the king, kill the prince, kill them all then. Open the doors to the children of the fallen. An army of dictators couldn't match my space invaders. Take them in the trachea, if not mindful of what they're saying. And I'm not playing, I know it sounds pretending, I might be quite pretentious. Here's some knowledge I'm lending. My name withholds a legend of a king losing his head in. That's my definition of he who had descended.
Finish him.
So that's going to do it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you see now why, in my opinion, Omega Red is worth ranking up even as a 4-star. Click like if you enjoyed it, found it informative. If you haven't given me a sub, consider giving me a sub if you'd like to see more videos like this. If you would like to support the channel, there are links in my description to help you do just that. And you guys have a blessed day.